Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Anwarul Haq Khakar, the Honorable Federal Minister for Finance, Revenue and Economic Affairs, Dr. Shamshad Akhtar, the Governor Sindh, Mr. Kamran Tisori, the Chief Minister and the SCCP Chairman. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. It is my privilege and honor to be here this evening to attend the award ceremony of the top 25 listed companies on the Pakistan Stock Exchange, including the Fauji Group companies, particularly Fauji Fertilizer, which has achieved the honor of being recognized as the #1 company for the last 13 years consecutively. In 2020, 4 of our group companies were honored with this prestigious award, and since 2010, 2 of our group companies have consistently secured positions in the top 25 rankings of the PSK. Even more reason to celebrate Mari Petroleum, a group company joined the $1 billion club valuation today. Pakistan Stock Exchange is the barometer of business activity and mood of the investors. The recent bullish run defied all doomsday segment of the population that said we are finished and has injected an air of optimism. But under the hood, the reasons are solid. The private sector, in the last 3 years, facing the most brutal business conditions. You had COVID, you had recession, macro imbalance, found opportunities to create more shareholder value, and this is what we see in the market, which is manifestation of that. The private sector here, the business leaders here, re-looked at their portfolios, effected productivity improvements, rejigged organizations, reduced energy costs, transformed supply chains. A more leaner and more sharper private sector has emerged today. Some has also, who were brave, invested for growth. Our group pursued the same path, but distinctively, we invested $1.5 billion during the last 3 years. The market has given its verdict. And today, Mari Petroleum, Fauji Cement, Fauji Fertilizer bin Qasim, Fauji Fertilizers Limited, and Fauji Foods Limited have outperformed the market. The group's top line expanded by 2.5x, and the bottom line, the shareholder value, increased by more than 3x. I feel pleasure in saying our investments are purposeful and guided by clear values. Fauji Foundation is committed to serving communities, contribute to the economic development of Pakistan, and more importantly, remain a very responsible taxpayer, treating around 3 million patients every year through a network of 11 hospitals, 80 clinics, and providing education to 80,000 students through a network of schools, colleges, universities, and vocational centers funded by our investments makes us a unique social hybrid enterprise. Our investments have paid 44 billion dividends to our shareholders, and 50% of those shareholders are public and foreign investors. Since 2016, the group paid 1.3 trillion in taxes and duties. We also contributed 1.5 billion for those affected during the recent floods. More than that, and I'd like to just share, annually we engage millions of farmers, about 5 million farmers every year, including those in the remotest areas, collaborating with thousands of livestock owners to advance dairy practices. Our vision is to become the nation's pioneering farm-to-fork company. Our foray in corporate farming is just one example of our future journey. We are dedicated to enhancing the energy security of our nation through aggressive strategic exploration in the most challenging areas As you know, the recent discovery of gas in Sheva in Waziristan and the Mari Deep finds will significantly contribute to the longevity of our country's gas reserves and, more importantly, the fertilizer sector. A step out into mining of critical metals and hydrogen is aligned with our purpose to help in economic development of the country. Prime Minister, we are committed to spending another $1.8 billion in the next 5 years. Governance, care for communities, environment, and reporting all our activities in the most transparent manner is at the heart of our leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, the goal of $1 trillion economy in the next 4 to 5 years is not a wishful thinking. Documentation of the unorganized sectors, deepening of the capital markets, a forward-looking industrial and IT policy. If we have that, this resilient private sector will rise up to the occasion, and the business leaders here. Honorable Prime Minister, the goal to join the G20 is not far-fetched if we can get all this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience and indulgence. Pakistan Zindabad.